Amazing Race Canada, Season 2,
Episode
1.
Gord Wayne.
There you go.
Our views of...
Our intros are a lot shorter than the shows.
Yes. It was a long intro.
It was.
But you gotta, there's 11 teams, you gotta introduce them, and you gotta do all that
and you gotta show, a little bit about everybody, give them a little interplay, and it worked really well.
That's hard to do, so
Yeah.
I was getting, myself personally, I was getting tired. The team's jokes weren't that funny.
No, they weren't.
But
They're photogenic.
They're photogenic.
They're a good photogenic group.
It's a good-looking group. They're really it's an
they're
attractive
friendly,
group this time. Yes.
And everybody, seems to be getting along in the teams.
So far.
Even team to team, they seem to be getting along so far. So it's nice.
So
It's a good start so far.
So far, no.
Exactly. We know how that works. Opening in the Rockies,
beauty.
It's a great place. We love to go there. We've been there many, many times. Both of us have been there many times. Driving through the Rockies is wonderful. The Skywalk is a whole other argument we're not going to get into. But we all know, as Wayne has mentioned, the starting line is not actually near where the Skywalk is.
No, but
But it's a nice place to start.
Nice place. Good camera stuff.
Oh, it was great.
But then they have to go to
Canada Olympic Park.
Canada Olympic Park. That's where I learned how to ski.
Really?
Before it was Canada Olympic Park. Yeah, I did. I grew up in
right.
Calgary, so I knew exactly where they were. I knew exactly. So we might have got there faster because I know exactly how to get there fast.
Exactly.
So they got to do the zip line thing, which was...
And the zip line is easy. We've both done zip lines many times.
Yeah, we would scream like little girls too.
No, I never scream in a zip line.
Okay.
I'm afraid to sound like a little girl. Getting the next clue from another Olympian. I don't know how many Olympians are going to have.
Watch out for that. Could be the task at the end. How many Olympians are in the race?
Actually, that is something to keep in mind now. Because you've got access to it. Why not use it?
Yep.
We have a lot of them.
Yes.
Anyway, so they all do the zip line. The zip line, it's an easy task. It's a good, quick start. Find the Canada Olympic Park, find the zip line, go down the zip line, head to the airport.
Yep.
Okay, we live in Alberta, back and forth to Calgary. He grew up in Calgary. We know where the airport is. It's like a no-brainer. We could have done this all in about an hour and a half.
Yes.
Exactly, including the drive.
Yes.
But, Rex started fretting about, where's the airport? Where do I go?
Yeah, Rex got lost.
But you know what? Realistically, that happens in any town. I mean, if we started in Toronto and we were looking for the airport, we wouldn't have issues with it. But realistically, we have to get to Toronto. We'd know where the airport is.
Regardless, Rex, they were on the first flight anyway.
They were.
Because they had 3 flights. Only 4 teams got on the first flight, and each an hour flight left an hour. And regardless of them getting lost, they got on the first flight. So you have 4 teams on the first flight, a bunch of teams on the second flight, and a bunch of teams on. Too many teams. I don't know them all yet.
Yeah, we haven't memorized everybody. We'd have to look at our notes. We're not looking at notes.
They have to go to Victoria, which is nice.
Victoria's a beautiful place.
The tandem skydiving.
Viscount Aero Center, and then find the biplane to get their next clue to do the tandem skydive.
Wait,
the skydiving is great, but as we've already noticed, I don't like to throw myself out of a perfectly good airplane. I can't see any reason for it. So that would be something you'd do.
And the skydiving out of an airplane is a typical Amazing Race, Canada, even Amazing Race, whatever. Every season, there's episode 1 or 2. Throw them out of an airplane.
Yep. And at some point, somebody's going to scale a big building.
Something like that.
It's coming.
And someone gets afraid of heights. I was surprised that it was one of the hockey players who started throwing up in the plane. And then throwing up on the way down. And then throwing up on the ground. I mean, I feel sorry for the guy who's behind her like this.
When it comes spraying back
and she's like, I'm going to throw up.
That's not fun.
No, that was... But good TV.
Elaine lands right behind her, and they're like, "Ooh, look, we can get ahead." And they did.
Yeah, they did.
Elaine and Audrey managed to pull ahead of the Olympians, and were off and running, but it didn't last long.
No, because it was all the teams, there's different shots of teams jumping up, the girls screaming, the guys screaming, everybody's screaming.
Everybody's screaming. Yeah,
and then they have to go to Empress Hotel, which is another wonderful place, and serve tea.
Yes.
Which seems a tough task.
Actually, it's not really that hard. I mean, how hard is it to memorize the menu? Oh. It's not that difficult to memorize the menu. And learning to pour from this side and to move around that way. That's an easy one.
Yeah, I used to be a waiter, so even I can do that. Memorization, sometimes my short-term memory, as I get older, is going away.
But it's food, and I love food.
So food's yours.
I might not have gotten it the first time, but by the second or third time, I'd have been through. Yeah, probably number 1. But
and also surprising. I don't know why I was surprised, and the other teams were surprised that Natalie.
No, Megan.
Natalie jumped.
Megan did the T-service and one shot In
2 shots.
Yeah, was it a second shot?
Second shot.
Okay, second shot.
But
and she was out.
bang, and she still had it memorized on the boat.
Yeah.
To CFB Esquimalt.
So that's very good.
So good for it. So they're not only just they're not just
a physical
team. They seem to be pretty smart.
Yeah.
This is a tough team, the Olympians.
They are.
They are going to be.
They're going to be the team to beat, and you got to keep an eye on them.
The U-turn team, I think.
Cormac and his mom, Nicole.
Yes.
Yeah, Cormac kind of got hung up on that one. He was there. He was actually the longest tee service person out of it. His 10th attempt. 10th attempt.
Rex had a tough time.
Rex had a tough time. He was.
Bob was getting PO'd.
And Bob was starting to lose his chipper disposition.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, the race does put certain stresses on you that you do not run into in your everyday life. And we all know that. And as bloggers, we know that. I mean, the blogging puts stresses on us that we don't run into in our everyday life. So the race is going to do more.
Like this mosquito.
So everybody eventually finishes a tee service. Everybody goes to CFB Esquimalt. And they get to figure out how to solve the leaks in the damage control center.
That was pretty cool. I like to do that.
It was cool.
That'd be fun.
I'm not really keen on the getting cold all the time, the cold water bit, but you know
the water would be up to here on you.
Well,
it'd
yeah,
be
that's
up to
true.
here on me, and it'd be on your neck,
and I'd be up to my knees.
Gord, save me.
Yeah. Pulling you up out of the water so you can fix the leaks.
But
You're under to get the low ones.
We would probably figure. I think we should close these doors.
Well, the doors would have been the first thing. I don't understand why everybody kept trying to fix things and leaving the doors open because it's just filling with water, man.
Yeah, close the doors. That's what we tell my kids. Close that door. Don't let the bugs in.
Exactly. You're born in a barn.
There you go.
Obviously in a sinking ship. So we'd have gotten through that pretty quick. And once the teams figured out what they had to do,
it was pretty fast.
They were all pretty quick through it.
Yeah.
Except, of course, for Shala and Nabila, who
they kept dropping.
I mean, they were in the back of the pack anyway, and they kept dropping stuff, and that wasn't helping them. And the longer the more they dropped, the wetter they got. The wetter they got, the colder they got. The colder they got, eventually they decide they're going to take the penalty. They have to stop because she couldn't feel her legs. It kind of sucks.
It sucks.
Because they seem like a really nice couple of girls.
It would.
But it did allow Jen and Sean to move around them and to manage to come in as the last team number 10 and to be at the back of the pack for next episode. So Shala and Nabila are gone. Sorry about that.
Oh, too bad. We missed them.
We liked them.
Yeah.
They seemed really nice.
Yeah, they were.
And, we'll look forward to seeing them at the final mat when they wave everybody on. But that's it. That's all we got today.
Episode 1. Yeah, that's all.
Episode 1. So we'll, watch for our interview with Nabila and Shala. And
Corey Minnick will have his comments
feedback
on our thing.
And then, of course, we'll have another review next week.
Episode 2.
All right.
See you later.
Looking forward to it.
Bye.
Ciao. Season
Episode 1.
Episode 1. Amazing Race Canada.
Yeah, nice tongue. Very good.
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah.
Over it.
Get stung by a bee?
Not enough beer. Just not enough beer in the last couple of days.
Oh, too bad.
I'll have to fix that.